Welcome to our exploration of Harald Wartooth, one of the most legendary kings in Norse history. Through this episode, we'll uncover the remarkable story of his life, his diverse heritage, and his many achievements as a ruler and warrior. Harald was no ordinary king. His lineage linked him to both Danish and Swedish royal bloodlines, granting him power over multiple kingdoms. As we journey through his military success and his prolonged reign, you'll discover why tales of his exploits were passed down through generations. Finally, we'll recount his fateful decision to face an epic battle with his nephew, culminating in his heroic death on the battlefield. So, let's do this. Harald Wartooth came into the world as the son of the Swedish king Ivar Vidfamni. With a lineage rooted in both Swedish and Danish royalty, Harald's dual heritage played a significant role in his future. This unique combination of bloodlines allowed him to claim the thrones of both Sweden and Denmark, setting him apart from other would-be rulers. The blend of these powerful dynasties under Harald's leadership laid a solid foundation for what would become a formidable and expansive reign. His ancestry not only provided him with legitimacy, but also with the necessary support to unite these territories under one ruler. His legacy of mixed royal blood was the first step in establishing Harald as a powerful and influential king in the Nordic world. When Harald's father passed away, he was only a young man, but the responsibilities that fell upon his shoulders were enormous. He inherited vast lands, including Denmark, Sweden, and parts of Norway and Germany. These were not just territories, they were kingdoms with their own people, cultures, and challenges. Harald understood the importance of unity. In his early reign, he worked tirelessly to consolidate these territories. He brought together people from different backgrounds and forged them into one of the largest kingdoms the Nordic world had ever seen. His ability to unify these lands showcased his remarkable leadership and vision. Through strategic marriages, alliances, and negotiations, Harald strengthened his rule. He established a network of loyal supporters who helped him maintain control over his expansive realm. This consolidation of power set the stage for Harald's future successes and firmly established his reputation as a formidable ruler. Harald Wartooth's early years were marked by his ferocity on the battlefield. As a young warrior, he quickly gained fame through numerous military campaigns. His reputation grew with each successful battle, demonstrating his skill and bravery. Harald's determination to expand his empire saw him leading his forces into conflicts across the Nordic world. His strategic acumen and relentless approach made him a formidable opponent. Known for his courage and fighting spirit, Harald became a battle-hardened king, laying the groundwork for his legacy as one of the most legendary rulers in Viking history. His early military successes were just the beginning of a storied reign that would see him become a symbol of strength and valor. Legend says Harald lived an extraordinary long life, outlasting many of his peers. His remarkable life spanned multiple generations of warriors, making him a figure of immense wisdom and experience on the battlefield. Throughout his extended life, he witnessed the rise and fall of numerous leaders and battles, accumulating insights that few others could claim. People looked up to him not just as a king, but as a living legend whose knowledge of warfare was unparalleled. This longevity further solidified his mythical status, allowing his influence and stories to endure well beyond that of an ordinary ruler. Harald Wartooth's reputation only grew as he continued his reign. Stories of his exploits spread far and wide, solidifying his place in Viking history. Known for engaging in over 200 battles, his skill and determination in warfare earned him immense respect and fear. These numerous conflicts were not mere skirmishes, they were hard-fought battles that showcased his strategic genius and unmatched bravery. Over time, Harald's name became synonymous with strength and resilience. He was not just seen as a king, he was viewed as a near-mythical figure whose presence dominated the battlefield and left a lasting legacy in Norse lore. As Harald aged, an unusual transformation occurred. He reportedly grew a tusk-shaped tooth. This remarkable feature earned him the nickname Wartooth. The presence of his tooth was not just a curious physical trait, it elevated his mythical status even further, and people began to see him not merely as a mortal king, but as a figure shrouded in legend. Just before the fabled Battle of Brávellir, Harald Wartooth experienced a visit from Odin, the chief of the Norse gods. Hidden in the guise of an old man, Odin had a crucial prophecy. He foretold that Harald's death was imminent, and Harald, with his deep belief in fate and the Viking ideals, accepted this prophecy without fear. He understood that dying as a warrior on the battlefield was the path to Valhalla, and this encounter further solidified Harald's resolve and courage, marking the final chapter of his legendary life. After many years of ruling, Harald felt the pull of fate. Despite his unmatched success and enduring legacy, Harald desired to end his life as a warrior. He wasn't content with simply ruling, he wanted to ensure his place in Valhalla. Convinced that a warrior's death in battle was his destiny, Harald made a significant decision. He issued a challenge to his nephew Sigurd Ring, a warrior in his own right, and Harald saw this battle as the ultimate test of his strength and courage. His goal was clear: to die honorably in combat and earn eternal glory alongside the gods. The Battle of Brávellir was a turning point in Harald's life. Facing his nephew Sigurd, this clash became legendary for its immense scale and brutality. The battlefield was not a place for mortal combat. It was a stage where gods, sorcerers, and legendary warriors all took part. The skies darkened as the forces of both sides converged, filling the air with the clash of weapons and the cries of fighters. Harald, despite his age, led his men into the fray with unmatched ferocity, embodying the true spirit of a Viking king. The battle raged on with warriors falling on both sides, their stories adding to the mythic atmosphere. And as the day progressed, the fight became more intense, showcasing the brutal determination of both armies. The presence of divine beings and magical elements only served to heighten the sense of epic conflict. By the end of the day, the ground was soaked with the blood of those seeking glory. This monumental battle etched itself into the annals of Norse legend, remembered for its sheer chaos and the heroic end of Harald Wartooth, which was a dramatic conclusion to a life filled with conflict and conquest. As foretold by the god Odin, Harald's death came in the heat of this brutal battle, confirming his acceptance of fate. Fighting valiantly against his own nephew Sigurd, Harald faced his destiny head-on. His fall on the battlefield, while sorrowful, was precisely what he had sought, a warrior's death that ensured his entry into Valhalla. This heroic demise not only fulfilled a prophecy, but also solidified Harald's place as an enduring icon in Norse mythology. His story embodies the Viking ideal where dying gloriously in battle is the ultimate testament to a warrior's life. Harald Wartooth's life was nothing short of extraordinary. Born into a dual heritage of royal bloodlines, he leveraged his lineage to command vast territories, uniting Denmark, Sweden, and parts of Norway and Germany. His early years as a king were marked by successful military campaigns, establishing him as a fierce warrior. His long lifespan and participation in over 200 battles only added to his legendary status. As his fame grew, so did the legend surrounding him. His tusk-shaped tooth earned him the distinctive name Wartooth, enhancing this mythical aura. Despite his achievements, Harald accepted the prophecy of Odin foretelling his death. Embracing his fate, he sought a noble death in the Battle of Bravellir, fighting valiantly against his nephew Sigurd. His heroic death in battle was the culmination of his life's ambitions, securing his place in the Norse legend. His tale remains a cornerstone of Viking lore, symbolizing the ideal of a warrior's honorable death and eternal valor. His story continues to captivate and inspire those fascinated by Norse mythology and the enduring legacy of legendary kings. All right, that's all I've got for today. If you like it, give us a like and subscribe. If you don't like it, that's okay too. Other than that, have a great day.